What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to DG Footy. Make sure to go ahead and check out the socials at _diagrams on Twitter, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. Let's go ahead and go straight into the news with Gabriel to Arsenal. Deal done, according to someone. Total agreement between the two clubs for 30 million euros. Defender chose AFC ahead of Napoli and Everton Medical on Tuesday. So yeah, it looks like Gabriel is going to be signing for Arsenal, which is awesome because he's another defender along with Saliba who has massive potential. And I think that's exactly what they're going for. I mean, he's one for the future, and hopefully he'll be able to perform at, I believe he's 22 years old. He might be able to perform this season as well. So that's a great purchase. He's going to be flying into London tomorrow, I believe, so Monday, and then the contract he signs for 5 years until summer of 2025 will be pending his medical on Tuesday. But good for Arsenal. That's a good purchase, and I don't know if I would have had him at Manchester United. Well, actually, at this point, I would have had him at Manchester United, but to be fair, I would have had anyone at Manchester United at this point, which brings us to United, because it's just come out that Pogba's agent has been talking to DiMarzio, and the stuff coming out of Italy, it's good. It looks like he is going to be staying at Manchester United this next season, and the contract talks will start very soon, which is massive for Manchester United, because I gotta admit that I was a little bit convinced that if Jadon Sancho doesn't come in the summer, then Paul Pogba will not be coming, or will not be signing a new contract. We're still yet to see if Jadon Sancho will sign a contract or will move from Dortmund to Manchester United this summer, but I'm still 50-50. I've said it a million times. I think there's a lot of people who claim to have inside information, and they might do, but I don't. So I've been 50-50 because the logistics of it, which you can find on other videos, don't really make sense for Dortmund to sell this summer. But if Manchester United does come in with a cash offer or installments that add up to 120 million euros in the package that Dortmund want, then I still think it's very possible that they'll sell him. But that being said, they can wait, and yeah, it's, if Pogba stays and Sancho doesn't come, I gotta admit that was my major fear, is that Pogba would not sign a new contract if we didn't get Sancho in the door. So yeah, I mean, that's great news, and that was verified by Fabrizio Romano. So at least we have some positivity going on around the club. That's massive for us. So stoked on that. See what's happening with Chelsea. Report Chelsea open Melling Sarr talks. If I'm honest, I think that this is probably media talk to go ahead and try to drive down the price of Kai Havertz, even though they're not similar types of players. I think that Chelsea is still trying to lower the asking price of Bayern Leverkusen. So just thinking about that strategically, that's the only reason why I can really see that. I think Sarr's asking price from Watford is going to be like 40 million pounds. So that's a little ritzy. So I don't know if that would be really realistic. So yeah, Inter Milan coach Antonio Conte was reportedly the victim of a 30 million financial fraud scheme in London. That's a little bit crazy. There's also a little bit of talk that Conte would love to manage Manchester United. Would you have him at Manchester United? I don't really like the way that Conte plays football, but he is obviously a great coach. So I'm not going to like slam the man, because he obviously has, something about him. Manchester United fans jealous of Chelsea's transfer window efficiency. Yeah, dude. Yeah, we're super jealous. But that being said, I think that Abramovich being able to get his visa or green card or whatever it was, being able to get his ability to, go back to England and actually watch his team will probably amount to him being willing to spend money in his club again. So it's not that surprising, and that paired with the transfer ban lift means that Chelsea were always going to spend, and this is a perfect time to do it, to be fair, because I think that Frank Lampard, I have a lot of criticisms of him, but he has shown that he does have the ability to go ahead and bring Chelsea forward. And, you give a good coach, especially an ambitious young coach who has a lot to prove, some really good players, chances are, even if he doesn't profit from it, it's going to be fucking interesting. So, yep, that's all good, and that's all I really have to say about that. Let's go ahead and check out Manchester City and Liverpool. Shevchenko questions Pep tactics in UCL defeat. Manchester United utility man says controversial 3-man defense left Man City with 5 players out of the game. Yeah, we all criticize Pep Guardiola for how he set up in that game, to be fair. Shevchenko's a young man, though, and he's criticizing one of the biggest coaches in the world, so I'm all for it. I like people who speak their mind. I like people to have their own opinions, but just watch out, young man, because that doesn't always impress other top coaches when you start questioning their tactics publicly. So, Napoli president says no sufficient offer for Koulibaly yet. It's kind of what we expect. It's going to be a while. That's going to be a big deal to get over the line, but Koulibaly is approaching 30 if he's not already, and I do think that it's likely that, it's likely that he's not worth the money that Napoli are asking for. So I'm sure they realize that, and they're the ones who aren't offering him a new contract. So, I mean, I don't know if they won't offer him one eventually, but they haven't been offering him one. And he came out, about 2 months ago saying that if they were to offer him a contract, he would take it. He wants to end his career in Napoli. So, just have to see what happens with that. Arsenal have held talks with Aurora, but Manchester City could also make a bid. If Arsenal get him, I mean, they're really showing signs of intent. I don't think necessarily that they could even afford him, really. Depends on the kind of package, the kind of deal that Lyon are looking for, but that seems highly unlikely. I could see Manchester City getting him, but that would once again kind of blow things out of the water, because Manchester City, I mean, David Silva left Manchester City, and Phil Foden, their only real youth player, who looks exceptional, by the way, is basically looking to fill that position. And they already brought in Ferran Torres, and now they're looking for Aurora, which would be a direct sort of, I play a similar position to Foden. So that's not a good sign for Foden if you are, thinking about your future, and especially if Pep Guardiola, gave you a certain assertions about your future. So yeah, we'll have to see again what happens there, but I don't think anyone's gonna go in for him this summer, because I think the asking price for Aurora is like 60 million euros at the very least. So yeah, what was that? Pirlo said something. Mino Raiola on new Juventus coach Andre Pirlo. For Pirlo, if Pirlo makes a team play the way he did, Pep Guardiola will have to start hiding. It's kind of funny. Pirlo does. He's one of those players like Zidane, who's like, when he walks into your dressing room, whether it's as a player or as a coach, I could see people just the respect he commands in any environment is great. So I could see him with an exceptional group of players who already know how to play and already kind of have a game that they do play. I could see him being hugely successful. With a group of youngsters, I just don't know if he has the tactics at this point, because he's a brand new coach who doesn't even have his coaching badges. So, I mean, like, Pirlo literally cannot coach Champions League games at this point. Like, right now, today, he's not eligible to coach Champions League games because he doesn't have his UEFA whatever A license badges or whatever level that is. But he will more than likely have them before the Champions League starts. So it's not actually a concern. It's just one of those things that shows like how new the coach is. So Rooney hopes Liverpool don't sign Thiago. I think we all hope that the champions do not sign another world-class player. That would be hugely upsetting. Though, I saw something from, I believe it was The Independent, again, very reliable, that it's not super likely that they'll get him if Wijnaldum doesn't leave. Someone said it's unlikely unless Wijnaldum leaves, which is what I was saying the other day as well. They won't get him if Wijnaldum doesn't leave, but I'm pretty sure Wijnaldum will leave. Let's go ahead and check this out. It's Champions League final day. It is. That's going to be on at 12 Pacific Standard Time. So make sure to check that out. As I'm sure you all know, massive game there. It's PSG versus Bayern Munich. I'm predicting a 3-2 Bayern Munich win in extra time. So if you have a prediction, go ahead and post it either on Twitter or on YouTube underneath the video, because I would love to know what you guys think is going to happen there. All right, I think that is going to go ahead and round it up for us today. Go ahead and check out the socials at _diagrams on Twitter, like the video, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys all later. Peace.